Our topic now is Ohm's law. Ohm's law. Wherein our formula is voltage equals current times resistance. I is for current, R is for resistance, and V is for voltage. Okay. An alarm clock draws 0.5 amperes of current when connected to a 120-volt circuit. So calculate its resistance. Okay, so let me draw a pi because this is needed, the pi. So let's have the pi V equals over I plus and R because we were going to need this for our pi. So don't forget, whenever you answer for a word problem, don't forget the RESA method. RESA. G is for given, R is required, E is for equation, solution, and answer. Okay, that is RESA method. Whenever you have a physics exam, or this kind of topic, for electronics major, or like me, or the engineering that has a quiz or exam, always have this method that shows your solution. Okay, so let's have our given. So we have two given. One is the current, two is the voltage. So let's write it. So given is the current is 0.5 amperes. This A is for ampere. And then the voltage is 120 volts. Okay. The required is resistance. We are finding resistance. Finding resistance coming soon. Okay. But don't be coming soon because we are going to find it. The resistance. Okay. So we have our equation. How to use the pi? Because we have our pi here a while ago. Okay. So if there is, this is our working formula. The voltage is equals to current multiplied by resistance. And in our pi, this is the working formula. The voltage is equals to current times resistance. Imagine if this is our word problem. Okay. The voltage is checked and the current is checked. It's given. These are given. But we don't have the resistance yet. So what we were going to do is to divide this given voltage and the given current. Let's have our equation now. So our resistance is equals to voltage over current. That is our equation for our Ohm's law for finding resistance. Okay, so solution. So replacing the voltage and the current, the V and I, so resistance equals 120 volts over 0.5 ampere. Okay, so we in this solution, we were going to having step by step. So let's make 0.5 amperes into fraction. So what is the equivalent of 0.5 amperes? So is 1/2 ampere. That is the fraction. Okay, the fraction counterpart of 0.5. Okay, so we have 120 divided by 1/2 ampere. But in the division of fraction, the division of the whole number and the fraction, or the fraction and the fraction, both fractions are multiplied, always in multiplication. So 120 times 2/1. How? Because in the division of fraction, the denominator and the numerator are going to be flipped. Okay, flipped. So that makes 2/1 because 2 is the denominator that is flipped, and the numerator is 1 that is a flip. So that makes it 120 times 2/1. So that means we were going to multiply the multiplication. So 120, okay, 120 times 2. So let's put it here, 120 times 2. So that makes 0.42. Oh, we have our answer now. So for our solution, 240. Yeah. But is this the final answer? Not yet, not yet. Okay, not yet. We have our answer to complete our GRESA. Okay. Our resistance for our alarm clock is 240 ohms. That is our final answer. Okay. Our final answer is 240 ohms for our resistance. So resistance is 240 ohms. Okay. And of course, we have our pi. Using our pi, we find our resistance by dividing the given voltage and the given current. And of course, the importance of the Ohm's law is to know how it is what will be the right current, right voltage, right resistance for your future circuits or future projects that you will going to have. Because you have your materials, but you don't know yet the voltage, the perfect voltage for the circuit. You don't know the current, the perfect current for this circuit, the current perfect resistance for this circuit. So you need to use the Ohm's law to find the missing puzzle, for your future circuits. Okay, so we have our part 1 for our Ohm's law. Now we are finding the resistance. How about the voltage? How about the current? How can we calculate it? Let's find out with our future parts of this series for Ohm's law. So that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye! Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget